Okay, so first job on the UK's cheapest Land Rover, Range Rover, I should say, is automatic transmission fluid and filter change. Although it drives pretty well, there's a bit of a shudder on acceleration. So what I've done to start with, first job, is slacken off the filler. First of all, slacken off the filler, and then drain the sump, and then when that's stopped trickling, we can then get the filter pan off, get that replaced, and refill the transmission fluid. Overall, it's not in bad condition, but this is probably apart from these horrendous black wheels, it's probably one of the main things that I'm doing. Also, I'm going to be putting some of this stuff in. Instant shudder fix from Lube Guard, Dr. Shudder or whatever the hell it's called. I figure it can't hurt. The car's got like 1 billion miles on it, so anything that helps, what is it, a modified lubricant or something, just to go with the transmission fluid. If you bear in mind that the transmission contains something like 14 litres of fluid, I'm only really flushing about 6 or so litres of that out. Unless you want to do it and use equipment to flush it through completely and take it to a dealer, which I'm not doing. Then anything you can do to help a car that's done lots and lots of miles, it can't be a bad thing. One next thing that's in the post as well, look at these horrendous brake discs. I don't know how this thing passed its MOT, but it did. And the wear contact patch on that is pretty shite. So it's got brand new discs and pads on the front, but these rear ones making a bit of a horrible grinding noise. And I don't know if you can see all the, I'll tell you what, come around the other side and show you all of the rust. Yeah, look at these wheels. It looks like it's meant to be a bronze colour. No, this is a black wheel with rust that's been slowly grinding off the caliper, off the disc, sorry, and just coating the back wheels there. So there's a new set of discs to be arriving this week, and we'll do that then. Other than that, quite an amusing thing. It's got a number of faults. I'll perhaps cover them in another video. When you put the key in, one thing that doesn't really bother me but is a bit of an issue is the tyre pressure monitoring system. I'm guessing whoever painted the wheels black messed about with it, or there's some sort of fault on the system. I don't personally class tyre pressure monitors as an essential system anyway, so I don't know if you can see there, I've fixed it with a bit of black tape to cover the yellow warning indicator. It's not an MOT failure for that, it's just annoying seeing the thing flashing away on the dash there. I can see all the tyres are fully pressurised. There's no issues there, it's just a system monitoring fault. Yeah, anyway. So, we'll carry on this job in a minute. Right, once your transmission fluid is nearly finished draining, there's all these bolts. Now these are Torx bolts, and they are T40. Just checked what I've got in my hand. That's a T40 bolt, and there's lots of them all the way around the edge. Now I don't know any history with this particular vehicle, so I don't know if this has been changed within the last few years or if it's never been changed. So I thought, better safe than sorry. Let's just get it changed and change the fluid and change the filter anyway. Can't hurt, can it? So I'll be honest, the pan doesn't look filthy considering how old the car is. So maybe it has been changed at some point, you know. I guess you don't get a car over 150,000 miles without looking after it. So maybe it's already had a change, but anyway, let's change it anyway. So I'll stop it now and undo a load of these bolts and get a bit dirty with oil and see where we get to. Okay, old oil pan is now off. It actually looks exactly the same as the replacement I've bought, which leads me to believe it might have already been replaced. Here's the new one, nice and clean. And if there's one thing I'll say about removing transmission sumps, is that there's always more oil than you think left in the sump when you take the pan off. So I dumped quite a lot of oil on the cardboard, which is why we put cardboard down, and as much absorbent material as you can get. Right, I'm just going to clean around the edge of the where the gasket's going to go, and then bolt up the new one, and then goes the laborious process of hand pumping in 6 or 7 litres of, although I'd be impressed if I can get 7 litres in, but as many litres as will go into the filler. Right, off we go. One thing I will just point out, just as I'm about to put the other one in, a good sign, at least I think so, is that this is the old one. There's no massive chunks of metallic parts. These are the 2 magnets that collect any of the swarf and things like that that come off the gearbox over its working life. Now there is, I don't know if you can see, I'll just rub my finger, if I wipe it on there, there is sort of a very fine metallic black paste, if you like. That doesn't worry me too much. Any big chunks of metal would worry me, but that's what I just thought I'd show you, is the sort of stuff that comes off the bottom there. For all I know, that could be terminal, who knows? I'm no expert, but I'd expect to see that sort of thing in a car with this mileage. But who knows, if this was already changed 6 months ago, then that's probably not a good sign. Okay, so here's the filler plug. Next stage now is to pump all the newer automatic transmission fluid in there. This is the 1st litre mixed with the Dr. Tranny liquid, which is why it looks a little bit pink. There is the new pan and filter all in one, screwed back on, torqued up to 10 Newton meters. The filler plug there is already in. The drain plug, sorry. The filler plug, can you see it just there? There we go, I've removed that. Now it's time to fill it up. So off we go, let's start pumping it all in. I know from experience on my other car, it's a bit of a ball ache using this, and one of those enormous syringes is actually a better solution, but I haven't got one of those, so let's get going.